Kansas City Chiefs fans are buzzing with speculation, and for good reason. There's a storm brewing just beneath the surface of the offseason lull, a mix of trade rumors, roster experiments, and the pursuit of another dominant campaign. I'm going to give you all the details firsthand, so be sure to hit that like button to stay informed. Now, it all starts with a name that sends shivers down the spines of opposing secondary teams, Terry McLaurin. Is Scary Terry really headed to Kansas City? That was the big question from a fan named Tony Fuentes, and it sparked a larger discussion. What's next for the Chiefs offense? Here we go. Terry McLaurin, currently with the Washington Commanders, is entering the final year of his contract. He's made it clear he wants to get paid, and honestly, he's earned that salary. Despite years of quarterback roulette, think Sam Howell, Jacoby Brissett, McLaurin has consistently racked up 1,000-yard seasons, including arguably his best season last year, with rookie Jaden Daniels throwing the ball. So what would it take for Kansas City to sign him? Probably a second-round pick, and then that big contract he's been coveting. That's a hefty price tag, especially considering the Chiefs' salary structure and long-term plans. But man, imagine McLaurin paired with Patrick Mahomes. We're talking video game numbers. Still, it seems like a risky bet. This trade would shake up the league. Then there's the running back room, and it's more intriguing than ever. A fan named Carl asked if we could see Isaiah Pacheco and Bahard Smith on the field together every game. It's a compelling idea. Smith's a dynamic pass catcher with serious burst, while Pacheco is that relentless, punishing back we all love. Thunder and lightning. This duo could mess with defenses on a weekly basis. If Smith lives up to his potential, maybe even surpassing Kareem Hunt on the depth chart before week 1, this 1-2 punch could become a staple of Andy Reid's offense. Speaking of Reid's offense, let's talk about the philosophy. Last year, the Chiefs played a lot of close games. Some critics said they were lucky, winning games they didn't deserve to win. But as we know, great teams find ways to win. Now, though, the vibe feels different. With a healthy cast that includes Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, and others, even a vanilla playbook could turn into fireworks. This offense might not just win, they might dominate. Think blowouts, not nail-biters. Bettors take note, this could be the year the Chiefs cover the spread week in and week out. Now let's pivot to the defense and a name that's surfaced in trade rumors, Bryce Huff. After a breakout season in New York, 10 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, Huff's stock dropped sharply during his time with the Eagles. Just 2.5 sacks, and the 49ers are already rumored to be shopping him before he's played it down for them. Fans are asking, should the Chiefs trade for him? The consensus among insiders is, probably not. Kansas City has young edge talent like Felix Anudike-Uzomah and Ashton Gallant who still need opportunities. Why crowd the rotation with a guy whose peak may already be behind him? And what about wide receiver help? Allen Lazard's name came up, too. He had a rebound season with the Jets, 530 yards and 6 touchdowns, but here's the issue, he might not be the same player without Aaron Rodgers. Lazard's most productive seasons came with Rodgers at QB. Without that security blanket, he's looked average. If he does get traded, Pittsburgh feels more likely given Rodgers' connection with that team. For the Chiefs, who already have solid depth at receiver, Lazard doesn't move the needle. Let's not ignore the offensive line and pass rush. One fan pointed out those two as the biggest question marks heading into the 2025 season. While there's belief in the O-line, nothing's guaranteed until the pads come on. On the defensive front, Charles Omenihu and Felix Anudike-Uzomah are players to watch. Omenihu showed flashes last season, and Felix is still waiting for his breakout. If those two level up, this defense could take a big leap. And what about milestones? A fan asked if the Chiefs could finally have a 1,000-yard rusher and a 1,000-yard receiver this year. Let's start with the run game. Probably not. As good as Pacheco is, he's never hit 1,000 yards, and with Kareem Hunt and Bahard Smith in the mix, it's a true committee. That limits his ceiling. But a 1,000-yard receiver? Absolutely possible. Rashee Rice has all the tools, though his availability could be affected by potential suspensions or lingering injuries. Still, he's the best bet. Xavier Worthy could flirt with that number 2, he's got the speed, the system, and the quarterback. And finally, Chris Jones. How many sacks could he rack up in 2025? If he stays healthy, 10 isn't just a dream, it's realistic. He'll draw constant double teams, but he's shown he can still dominate. Anything less than 8 might be cause for concern, but Jones is still a game wrecker in the middle. So, Chiefs Kingdom, we're left with questions that could define the entire season. Will Veach pull the trigger on a blockbuster trade for McLaurin? Will the offense finally fire on all cylinders from week 1? Can young defensive talent step up and make veterans like Huff irrelevant? Drop a comment. Because when we talk about what makes the Chiefs truly dangerous, what separates Kansas City from every other contender in the league, it's not just Mahomes' arm or Andy Reid's genius. It's the layers of potential still waiting to unfold. And in 2025, one of the biggest storylines to watch could be the evolution of this young, hungry roster and the strategic decisions that could either elevate or limit this team's ceiling. Let's zoom in on a name that continues to generate buzz, Rashee Rice. The upside is undeniable. If he's available every game, he's primed to be Mahomes' top target, not just in yards but in clutch moments. Last year, Rice showed flashes of star potential, attacking zones, making contested catches, and building trust with number 15. Now imagine what happens if he stays healthy and out of off-field trouble. A 1,000-yard season? Not just possible, it should be expected. Add in rookie Xavier Worthy, and we're potentially looking at a WR tandem that could rival anything we've seen in the Mahomes era. And then there's Hollywood Brown, the speedster looking to prove he can be more than just a vertical threat. He's playing for a new contract, which means motivation won't be an issue. If Worthy and Rice draw the coverage, Hollywood could feast on single matchups. This is exactly why fans are excited. The depth and versatility at receiver are peaking at the right time. Defensively, the edge situation might hold the key to whether this team dominates or just survives. If Felix Anudike-Uzomah makes the leap, and that's a big if, the Chiefs could unleash a front that finally complements the secondary's elite level of play. Charles Omenihu is another name to watch. If he builds on last season, this pass rush could become top 5. Which brings us to the biggest question of all, can the Chiefs keep their foot on the gas this time? No more slow starts. No more coasting through the regular season waiting to flip the switch. The pieces are there. The motivation is there. The competition in the AFC is fierce, Ravens, Bills, Texans, but Kansas City doesn't just want to win. They want to leave no doubt. So tell us, Chiefs Kingdom, who's your breakout player this season? Should the team risk a second-round pick to land a superstar like McLaurin? Is Rashee Rice the real WR1 or does someone else surprise us all? The floor is yours. Drop your thoughts in the comments now. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Go Chiefs!